Welcome to Ypsilanti, and just a few miles away from the big house, where this house is home to the Eastern Michigan Eagles, and we are anticipating a great turnout and a sensational game in this one. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on a team from the MAC, the Eastern Michigan Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese. Eastern Michigan ready to kick it off and get this game going. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Eagles!
What a way to start a game. Coaches always talk about from the opening whistle being locked in and being loaded and being ready to go. Taking the opening kick back for a touchdown, man, it doesn't get better than that.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Eagles offense takes the field. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key to their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. He'll pull it on the read. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So Georgia Southern's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Fires to the middle. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Pressure coming. Still looking. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. He has brought down the man. What a job to find some running room and move the chains. From From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The give to the lone running back. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Eastern Michigan surgical on offense right now. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Brock. Pocket starts to collapse. Pulls it in. And just a short. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
From the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Put it on. 1st down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. The AT unit on the field.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with 2 points.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They'll go to the ground. Nice move there.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got his man. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He'll try to do it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Going for the big play. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react to getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Dropping back, it's Brock. Finds his big tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. At the 45, on its way. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Eastern Michigan going fast.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. And you saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Going to try to get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. Makes a grab and he's dragged down. 8th play of the drive coming up. He's looking to throw. Makes a grab over the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big... give them a first down. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Comes out throwing on first down. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan.
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the third game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
On to attempt the try. Bangs it through for an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisiana is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jake Delhomme and Brian Mitchell, this has not been a blowout today in Lafayette. They're up by 7 over the Pandas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Georgia Southern in a hurry. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
On second down, he'll fire. steps away to find some room.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. You put it all on display on that side.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Finds his man down the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. They're trying to get to it. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking for running room before he stopped.
And the Georgia Southern offense will take over.
1st down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Buys a little time. He'll turn it loose out to the right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
On 4th down, going to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own. Offense set on 1st down. He's going to pass, using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Going up top on 1st down. And the pass is intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the catch. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He's got him in the flat. They make the stop, trying to pick up the 1st down marker. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on 3rd. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And once he got loose, it was all over.
This offense late in the half, man, you want to take the lead, you want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing.
Eastern Michigan.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Touch pass on the run. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Offense gets set for second down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Ypsilanti. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field.
And just like that, let's send it back to the guys inside the factory.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They'll run play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just said.
Another incompletion on third down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt.
On to kick it away.
And the returner will be dragged down. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Off play action on first down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got his man. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. His receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking to throw on second down. Quick completion on the out route. Sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Now facing a third and long.
Out of bounds. At the 38. Third down coming.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Touchdown, Eagles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
For the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with 2 top 25 teams locking horns. Wisconsin is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been jumping around since the first whistle. They're up by 17 over Washington. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. He'll run it again. At the 35, he's got room. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. To the air, it's Brock. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. It's now 2nd down after the short completion. They move the tight end all over. He'll keep it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Turns it on in midfield. Tackled after picking up the first down. And the Eagles look to keep this drive humming. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Smashes through. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Brings it down on the right side. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Reads it, fires complete. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Eagles. A great catch and run for 6. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that.
Eastern Michigan, 14.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Brock. And the pass hits, picked off. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Getting some heat. Slips away. Got him downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. On the ground, it's Lockett. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The play action fake. Couldn't find anyone open here. 3rd down. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabs it in the middle. They get him down, and that'll be the period. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Eagles! And the stomping has commenced. That one ought to give them game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Back to throw, it's Brock. Makes his connection.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. It's complete to the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Eagles are flying down the field.
First down for the offense.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's got his man, makes the grab. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And first down for the offense.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. A first down for the offense. The give as they work on that clock. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. They're bringing heat. Escapes the... But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the triggeration is not so tricky. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They're working that left side. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Back to pass, it's Brock. Here's a throw downfield late. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They feed him again. And a decent gain there before the defense.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Now with a great opportunity. They've got it at the 40. And the Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Running through contact. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollock, I'm Reese. Aloha. Welcome to paradise. Aiea, Hawaii, just outside of Honolulu and home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. A tremendous setting and a spectacular game that we have in store. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Rainbow Warriors offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. When this guy comes onto the field, David, he seems to bring the it factor with him.
So much fun as a play caller to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offensively just seem to play better knowing they've got confidence in this guy.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Newton. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Rainbow Warriors will punt it away on 4th down. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. So Georgia Southern's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Brings up second down.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the... Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment.
Gonna take a shot. Got it. Touchdown, Eagles! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. To the air on 1st down. Works the middle of the field. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
That 1st down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. A 3rd and long coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. They've got the screen set up. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's looking to throw it. Working that left side now. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Gives it to the back on the draw. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Rainbow Warriors will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop from this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Boy, David, they would love to stack another. And that ball is picked off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on second down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man. And he's not going to make it. Denying him the first down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. It's good. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. He's got an open man. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Off play action. And the pass is incomplete.
The receiver is incomplete. It's third down.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. He felt the heat, trying to get... He goes. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Hit as he throws, and the ball incomplete. First down for this offense. They'll run it. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to... If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Going downfield for the big play. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a short pass to the tight end. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot up over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the outside. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. The aerial assault continues. Get it out on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen. Up him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground, and for this defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Eagles are moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. Safe completion on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Moving out of the pocket. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Georgia Southern in a hurry. They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole. He knows where the goal line is. Gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Georgia Southern, 14, Hawaii, 3.
And he'll bring it back. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Gets it out quickly. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Now the play fake. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch, called for and made. Offense getting set for first down. He's going to pass. Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. They'll operate out of split backs. Wants to throw on second down. That pass is in. Fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback checking off. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Forced out of the pocket. And they dialed up a shot. Make the connection. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Looking to take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this 5?
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They're up by 4 over Texas. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's back to throw on second down. This time he's got it. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Fires to the tight end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Rainbow Warriors racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third down, he drops to throw. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense set for a first down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Paul. Try to get in range to get some kind of points beforehand.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And the Rainbow Warriors send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Ben, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's say aloha once again to the guys inside Aloha Stadium.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
From the gun, the ground game. Still on his feet at the 45. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They'll give it to him again. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Looking to pass on second down. Using the quick game. That ought to be enough to move the chains and give Georgia Southern a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Here's the handoff. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Quarterback checking the play. Dialing up a second down pass play. Finds his man. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
First and goal, Georgia Southern.
A first down run on the doorstep. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
Game 2 brings up.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to slam in. Touchdown, Eagles! And the punishment has been extended.
Georgia Southern.
Another rushing touchdown. Game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. He marched 78 yards down the field and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That falls incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. The Rainbow Warriors decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They'll run play action. And he's a real nowhere.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
31, Hawaii, 3.
that lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Here he comes with the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They'll throw it on first down. Gets open down the middle.
Hey, and quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
On second down, wants to throw. Flips it out in the flat. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Looking to throw it again. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Just gets rid of it before the heat. For the third.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On fourth down, looking to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. First down here for the offense.
It's a turnover on downs.
The hand to the running back.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Lockett. That's what you expect from a senior.
The running back carries the ball. Picks up one. Third down coming.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the big fella. They are on the move down. First down. And the Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
That's a first down for the offense.
The handoff, keep working on that clock.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break. Georgia Southern will have it now, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Motion from the offense. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Escapes trouble. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. This is a really big play for both teams. Fourth and goal from the 2. The play action fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Eagles! And the beatdown has ensued. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UNLV looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 39 to Sam Houston. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A little screen to the running back. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Extending the play. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He's looking to throw it. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fires and picked off. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance that... Confidence.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this third down. Quarterback will audible. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's going to run it. On the move at the 30. They finally make the fly on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Might be looking to run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Eagles! And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Georgia Southern, 45. Hawaii, 3.
From inside the 10, here he comes. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents, start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. East Hartford, Connecticut, home to the UConn Huskies, where basketball has a championship pedigree, and there's plenty of enthusiasm for football as well. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on the UConn Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the UConn Huskies offense will get the first possession of the game. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off Epic David.
Everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Goodman. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. UConn will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Comes out throwing on first down. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
On first down, here comes this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to pass on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UConn offense goes back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able...
Oh, it's out! Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. He's there to make the stop. Done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to... David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
14, UConn 0.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an under. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Off the play fake. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
UConn will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him, get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. On second down, he'll let it fly. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Georgia Southern 21, UConn 0.
Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UConn offense goes back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. UConn will have to punt it away. He gets a block. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Eagles with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Off play action. Takes a hit as he fires. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles!
And these are the plays that you look back on tape, and everybody's like, nice work, nice toughness, QB. To stand in there, know you're going to get blasted, but hold on to the ball until the guy comes open, feed him, and get the 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. The Hawkeyes have been hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by a field goal over Oregon. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got him downfield. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Grab behind the line. It's Harris. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now on second down. Trying play action. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Gets it out fast. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quick strike complete. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And the Eagles will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Eagles. What a catch and run for 6.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. UConn going back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Tackled, but he has a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. He leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Finds the tight end. That's a really... up some size and still making the play. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down. Up the scoring opportunity. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Field goal is good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, the running back has it. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Goodman. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. UConn will have to punt it away. He's got great speed. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Stop the clock.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Makes the grab down the middle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Eagles.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
teed up to start this second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete to the left.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to kick.
It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Line gets set. First down. Fast motion from the offense. Now the play fake. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. And now on second down for this offense. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. A third and long coming up here. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. UConn will have to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you've got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry about it.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
They'll leave it with him. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On second down, wants to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Lockett. He's brought down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Third down play from the gun. They're bringing heat. Strong pass rush. Quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Iowa is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Niall Kinnick among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Oregon. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The UConn offense goes back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. Trying to find his man on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Looking for space. It's Lockett. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab on the left. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. First snap in the red zone on this drive. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got his man. Them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Georgia Southern will have it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Trying to push their way into the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Eagles! And the route is on. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad. And get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
55, UConn 0.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to run for it. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Got his man quickly. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They want to just keep throwing it. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Off the play fake on first down. He fires to the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And the stomping has commenced. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
62. UConn, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UConn offense goes back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page. If you're
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. UConn will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Slips through the line. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Give to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Harris. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Coming after it. And they got him for the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd down. trying to get to it. He wants a big play here late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Line is set on third down. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.